Good morning, students. So we are studying the topic animal husbandry. In the last class, I explained you about the cattle farming. Today we will study about the poultry farming. In this topic, we will study about poultry farming, what is poultry farming, and then egg and boiler production, and then maintenance of the shelters, and then poultry diseases and their prevention. So first, I will be explaining you what do you mean by poultry farming. Poultry farming involves rearing of domestic fowl for the purpose of egg as well as chicken meat. So therefore improved poultry breeds are developed and formed to produce layers for eggs and boilers for chicken. Basically, there are two types of, or you can say the two varieties of fowls are present. Like layers are meant for the egg purposes and boilers for the meat purposes in the commercial background. Okay, so for improvement of poultry breeds, we can crossbreed the two different varieties or two different species. So an Indian species that is also called as indigenous species, example Assel. As well, the foreign or exotic species is called as leghorn. As I told you in the cattle farming also, the Indian and exotic or foreign breeds are there that I told you. The Indian was disease resistant and the exotic or foreign breed was milk producing. No, in cattle breeding I explained you. So here also two improved varieties are there. First Indian and second is exotic or foreign breed. So Indian breed is called as Assel and foreign or exotic breed is called as Leghorn. So by crossbreed by doing this crossbreed program of these two varieties of these two the crossbreed program focused to develop the desirable traits. Like by crossbreeding of these two varieties we are get the desirable traits. So what are those desirable traits are? First, quality and quantity of cheek. Definitely the quality will be better, the quality will be improvised as well. The quantity means in number also it will get improvised by achieving uh, by implementing this crossbreeding programs. Second, dwarf broiler parent for commercial cheek production. Dwarf and broiler parents, basically they are meant for the commercial cheek production or for the chicken that we used to buy from the market. That are basically we used to buy the dwarf broiler chicken. Next is summer adaptation capacity. Summer adaptation capacity means tolerance to the high temperature. They can resist in the higher temperature also, or they will not die in high temperature in summers. They will not die. They can tolerate the high temperature, or you can say the summer adaptation capacity. Next point is low maintenance requirement. The requirements are also very less. And last is reduction in the size of egg laying bird with the ability to utilize more fibrous, cheaper diets formulated using agricultural byproduct. So the reduction of the size of the egg laying bird, the size will be dwarf or the size will be reduced. So and they are having ability to utilize more fibrous and cheaper diets that can be formulated or that can be formed by this agricultural byproducts. So these are the desirable traits we are getting from by implementing the crossbreeding program of that two varieties, that is of indigenous and second is that exotic or foreign breed. Next we will study about the what is egg and what is boiler production. Now I explain you about the egg and boiler production, egg layers and boiler production. First I will explain you about boiler chickens. As I explain you that boiler chickens are meant for the chicken or are meant for this meat purposes, or that we sell as chicken or meat purposes. Okay. So now the nutritional ability of boiler chicken is more than that of layers. The boiler's chicken has to be supplemented or given the vitamin rich supplementary. They take vitamin rich supplementary. They requires more protein rich food. They require more fat rich food as well. They also require especially the vitamin rich in A and K. They especially These all are the nutritional requirement for the boiler chickens. Okay, so boiler chickens need more nutritional requirements that of the layers, because the boiler chicken are meant for the meat purposes or commercial meat purposes. So the nutritional capacity is also more. They has to be supplemented with more vitamin A and K rich food, more proteins, more fats. So care is taken to avoid mortality and to maintain the feathering and carcasses quality. They are sent to market for the meat purposes. Actually the boiler chickens, especially the boiler chicken raised for 6 to 7 weeks in a farm, they are kept for 6 to 7 weeks in a farm. After that they gain weight about 500 to 1.5 kg. After that they can be easily sale out for the commercial purposes. Next, about the layers. The hens which are raised for the egg laying. The hen raised for the laying eggs, that are called as layers. Their nutritional requirement is comparatively less than that of boilers. They are meant for producing eggs. So basically the layer becomes mature, or they can lay eggs around 20 weeks. Around 20 weeks. It continues to lay eggs up to 500 days, or you can roughly estimate it about 1.5 years. So they can lay eggs for 1.5 years. So next is this is about egg. This is about the boiler chickens, and this is about the layers. And next important point of layer is the layer of improved variety takes smaller time to become sexually mature as compared as to boiler chickens. They take less time to get sexually mature. It has more body weight and produces more number of eggs. If the body weight of these layers are if the body weight is good, then definitely the ability of producing eggs will be more. So next we will study about the maintenance of the shelter, or you can say the poultry care. First, all these hens are kept in a poultry farm. So first, the developing hens are called as growers. Growers. So that is the growing phase of these poultry animals, or you can say the period till they are attaining their sexual maturity. So in this period they are called as growers. For proper growth they need sufficient space, otherwise their growth will be get poor. If they will get proper if their nutritional requirement get fulfilled properly, if they are getting good food, if they are getting good space, then definitely they will yield more and more eggs, as well as the production will be more. It also has to be kept in mind that whatever we are giving whatever we are feeding to them, it should be in a proper amount and proper timing. Okay, so it has to be monitored. Next, the period of sexual maturity till the end of the egg laying is called as laying period. So when the layers attains their sexual maturity, then they started laying eggs, that is called as laying period. It is very important in that period. It is this period is very important in the life of this layers, and the layers need enough space and lighting. The duration of light directly affects the egg laying capacity of the animals. So proper lighting is also very essential for this egg layers. Okay. So next, proper space should be there, proper lighting should be there. Proper lighting should be there, means sufficient lighting should be provided to the layers, that can they provide good yield. Next, the poultry animals which are meant for the meat production, or you can say the boiler chickens, as I told you, their nutrition requirement is more than that of layers. They required more amount of protein, more amount of fats, as well vitamin A and K. Okay, so these are the poultry, or you can say these are the poultry care you can provide to them. Okay, proper food, proper lights, proper space, all these things can be monitored properly. Next, maintenance of the shelter as well will come here. Proper cleaning and sanitization of the shelter. Maintenance of the temperature and hygiene in the temperature. Proper ventilation should be there in the shelter. Prevention and control of diseases and pests. Prevention should be there. The vaccination should be provided them in a regular manner. So these all comes in the maintenance of the shelter. So the next topic we will be studying about this is poultry disease and their prevention. So the next topic is poultry disease and their prevention. So poultry fowl can be suffered from the bacteria, from the virus, and from the fungi. So they can also by the infectious disease they can be suffered by the bacteria, fungi, and viruses, and they also suffer from the nutritional deficiency disease. So what are the preventions we can take? So by providing proper nutritional diet to them, proper nutritional diet to be supplied to them, proper proper vitamins, protein, fats. So so that is to proper providing them nutritional diet. Next, proper cleaning and sanitization of the shelter should be done in a regular manner of the shelter. Next, vaccination of poultry birds can be prevent the occurrence of infectious disease. So, as we know, the infectious disease can be prevented by providing vaccination. So, vaccination program should be done in a proper, or you can say in a regular intervals of the timing. So, loss of poultry during an outbreak of the disease can also be reduced by proper vaccination. Obviously, if they are provided with the if the poultry fowls are provided with the proper timing of the vaccination, so many disease can be prevented. Last point is spraying of disinfectant at regular intervals. So today we discussed about the poultry farming. In the poultry farming, we discussed about the two varieties, that is egg layers, and second is boiler production for meat production. Next, maintenance of the shelter, poultry disease and their prevention. So thank you for today. In the next topic, we will be continuing this topic only, that is animal husbandry, with the next topic, fish production.